Well, Jake Noecker here with Home of Fight, and with me today, the man, the myth, the legend, Jared Gordon. Jared, how we doing, bro?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm great, man. Thanks for the time. Just commented on your backdrop, the Sopranos poster. Gotta love it. Now, what's your favorite Sopranos episode off the top of your head? Do you have one?
Everyone would say Pine Barrens.
Yeah.
That is a great episode, but there's a few, man. Like the season 6 got so dark, when they started murdering everyone. And I mean, they were killing everyone every season, but
Season 6 was different,
uh,
though. Yeah.
it was different, man. The way they filmed it, the cinematography just hit like a little differently for me. But I mean, dude, there's so many good episodes.
Home
I can't, I,
movies,
I
fire.
can't really, yeah, I can't name one, dude. They're all good.
Just watch the show. That's what the fans got to do. That's good.
Exactly.
That's good enough for me, man. So in not as light news, the reason that we even kind of initiated this interview today, obviously we've known each other for a bit, but BJ Penn has been in the news this week for some, I guess, alarming, disturbing reasons, spouting conspiracies about his mother and the government. We don't need to get into all that. I am curious though, just because you're obviously an advocate for mental health and addiction and all things alike. Do you know BJ at all? Like, have you reached out at all?
No, I've never reached out. Actually, my UFC debut was on a card that he fought his last UFC fight on.
Oh,
He fought,
wow.
he fought Dennis Seaver
Yeah.
and got his ass kicked. Um, but that was like, besides watching him fighting, George St. Pierre and Matt Hughes, like I don't really know BJ at all. Um, and he just didn't seem like an approachable person then.
Sure.
Like in when we were weighing in, I remember doing weigh-ins. He was acting like so like erratic and weird, and it just was like it was kind of like depressing then. That was 2017. So, I mean, and then he just fell off big time, and he's had a lot of ups and down or a lot of downs since then. And what I've heard in the past and from rumors and things that I've heard, in media was that he had, methamphetamine abuse disorder. So, I mean, I'm sure he drinks and does other smokes weed probably, he's in Hawaii, like, but meth is huge out there. And the way he's acting, the paranoia, the delusion is, you know, it just screams meth. So I had made a comment, sounds like meth, and it got a lot of people's attention. Also, obviously, as we've seen in the past with football players and wrestlers, is head trauma, brain trauma, quote unquote CTE. We can't die. They're getting more evidence for people that have CTE now before they die, and they can look at their brains. But really, the only way to diagnose someone is by cutting their brain open and looking at the proteins that have developed in their brain. So can I say it's CTE? No, but do I think that his history of concussions and brain trauma are also contributing to this? Yes. But drug abuse is also plays a major role in extreme paranoia, especially what he was displaying just showed that something is seriously off, and it's probably drug abuse mixed with other mental health or physical health, problems, disorders. So I made the comment, and I guess it was kind of like off color. I didn't like mean for it to sound like condescending because I mean I'm a fucking junkie myself. So uh, I've done meth. I've done I shot heroin, coke, crack. I've literally put everything I can in a needle. So I'm not like judging DJ at all.
Sure.
And I would never judge anyone that has substance abuse disorders or mental health disorders because it's a disease and it's real. It's something that is not like a moral choice. So I feel bad. I mean, he seems like he is hard to help. It's BJ Penn. Like people probably don't want to push him or push him to get help when really it shows that he definitely needs some serious intervention, So
Well, and I'm sure you can speak to this, but a lot of people, specifically those who struggle with mental health or substance abuse, they find an addiction, so to speak, in fighting and in the game of fighting, the highs and the lows. When that ends, you look at BJ Penn, not that Jalen Turner is giving any signs of anything like this, but he just retired. He's on my mind. When a fighter's career ends, like I assume that is it opens the doors for a bad past, so to speak. So like, do you have plans for after you retire to keep
oh
yourself
yeah,
involved and engaged? Like what are your thoughts about all that?
I mean, we identify, unfortunately, which is a big mistake, is that we identify as fighters, and when it all goes away, it's like, now what? You've you've connected yourself and put everything you have into something that you're not going to do forever. It's just impossible. So, it's like any athlete, football player, baseball player, once, like if you have past history of, crime or drug abuse or mental health disorders, when that all goes away and you're not doing it anymore, now you're left with nothing. And something that could be so easily taken away from you shouldn't be something that you identify with completely as a human and as a person. So, yeah, I think it's a major problem for a lot of for every athlete, not just fighters. Um, but if you're a baseball player or an NBA player, MLB or NFL, the chances of you being able to do something pretty cool when you're done is high if you're successful because of money.
Yeah.
So if you're a UFC fighter, I'm not saying that we don't make money because I make a living fighting, but the majority of MMA fighters won't be able to retire and invest in something when they're done, or have something to transition into. Luckily for me, I saw that coming from a mile away, and I've done really well for myself as a fighter. I have a home, have everything I need. I got a wife, I got a car. My wife has two businesses or three businesses, and I'm involved in other uh, industries as well. Like I get paid a salary doing something else in the recovery industry. So like if I didn't fight for a year, like I would still be able to pay my bills. But uh, yeah, the majority of my income comes from fighting right now. And I do identify as a fighter because that's what I am.
Sure.
But I know that this will end, and I'm 36. So what? Maybe I got like 4 years left. Luckily, I'm healthy. I feel like I'm the best I've ever been, so I'm not going to stop fighting now. But and then there could be some other kind of fighting stuff when I'm done. But yeah, I mean, I plan on transitioning to, well, I'm currently in the process of transitioning into um, doing something bigger than I'm doing now in the addiction recovery industry. That's in the works. I can't really talk about it, but and then I have other things on the horizon that I also can't talk about, but you'll hear about soon, actually. Some really cool things, big things. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think everyone needs to. The problem with fighters is that, and I mean, it's not a bad thing per se, is that we're so invested in winning,
Yeah.
and all we care about is fighting and training, which obviously as an athlete you have to do. But you need to build your brand, you know?
Yeah,
You need to
totally.
be able to branch out and create other streams of income and other hobbies and passions because this will go away. And then you got to figure it out when you're done. And if you haven't saved money, or if you don't have something else to fall back on, then you're gonna have a problem. So I think it's really important for guys to build a brand, build a following, get known for something in particular. Like, yeah, this guy's involved in this. This is what he does, and then you become like a household name for that thing. You know what I mean? Like, look at a great example is Hanato Moicano. Like,
Money Moicano, baby.
he is got a podcast. He's obviously very into government stuff and Crypto. I mean, that's huge right now. Like crypto is something that I'm
You love your
actually,
crypto, yeah.
yeah, I'm very involved in a couple of projects that I'm invested my own money in and like love to study about and learn about because it is the future of finance. Crypto, digital payments, and digital everything. Everything will be tokenized eventually. So, I mean, the banking systems are so old and payment rails and credit cards, that's
Right,
all
yeah.
like outdated and it's not like it doesn't work. It's not efficient. So it will transition and everyone's just going to be tapping to pay soon. You're going to buy a car with your phone. You're going to buy a house by tapping some sort of card or a phone. You
You
know,
already
Apple.
can, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm saying like it's going to be for like everything will be tokenized.
Yep.
Uh, Real estate, major purchases. So yeah, I mean that's the way of the future. But went on a little bit of a tangent there. But yeah, I mean it's important for guys to figure out what they're going to do during fighting because you can't just you'll go nuts
Yeah.
thinking of just fighting and fighting all day long. Like you literally lose your mind and then you get sick of it. So find something now, build your brand, and then when you're done, you'll be able to transition into other things. You know, so.
And while you are fighting, I mean, kind of, you're having opponents pull out, you're getting the new opponent. They're then pulling out
Yeah,
after you make weight. Do you get your
yeah,
show
yeah.
money for that? Do you get a bonus or
I
anything?
did. Yeah, I got the show. I got my show money, and
Good.
I got my Venom money. And then like not that long after, I got like something else. But
Good.
that was
Even
just
good.
like a yeah, yeah. It was just nice. It all happened in yeah, like the. I was, very obviously I was concerned, like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen because you've heard different things.
Sure.
Um, but like, I think what they want to see is that, like, I said yes to this guy on Monday morning of fight week. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, like, of course I'll fight him. Like, I got to fight. Like, I want to fight. I don't have to fight, but I want to fight.
Hmm.
So I said yes, and then I went. I made weight, and he missed. So they take care of you. But like, if it's like Tuesday or Monday and the guy pulls out, they're probably not going to pay you because you haven't made weight and it's
Right.
still 5, 6 days away from the fight. We'll book you soon. So, but it was Friday morning. So, I mean, they took care of me and yeah, they were super cool about it. So
Now, do you have anything coming up? Like, do you want to make up for
I'm
that real
being
quick?
told April. I'm
Miami, I
waiting.
assume.
I doubt it
No?
unless my teammate Chandler falls off the car and I get my rematch with Paddy. I've been manifesting it. No offense to Mike. He's my buddy, and but that's how opportunities come about, and you have to seize the moment. So, I mean, of course, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, of course, like I want it to happen, but
Do you predict Michael Chandler beats Patty there?
I mean, I think it's a tough fight for both of them because, I mean, listen, obviously, Mike has fought some of the best guys in the UFC, and he doesn't have the win record, but he's had all of them have been pretty amazing fights.
Hell yeah.
I mean, he almost won the title by like a hair,
Close.
and had an amazing fight with Justin. Had an amazing fight with Dustin. Then he fought Chandler again. I mean, Oliveira again.
Charles, yeah.
So then he knocked out Ferguson, knocked out Hooker. Those are good. I mean, Hooker was a good win. Ferguson was already, but he was
Yeah, he was starting.
still a legend of the sport. Um, but all the other fights were great, and he's an entertainer. So, and you know that you're probably going to get punched in the face by Mike when you fight him.
Oh yeah, hard.
So, like, there's a really good chance that he could hurt you and finish you. So, I think, like, yeah, Mike could definitely win, and I'm sure he's probably favored to win. I don't know the odds, but um, Patty's dangerous, bro.
Especially when
He
he's got judges nearby.
he's got, tell me about it. I think that he goes for it. He's not a pussy, and he is dangerous in other ways, like his slick jiu-jitsu, submissions. I think Mike is the better wrestler. I think Patty's the better jiu-jitsu guy. Uh, but on the feet, they're both dangerous because they both go for it. Patty does throw flying stuff, flying knees. Um, Goes for it with his hands, throws high kicks, throws low kicks. But Mike obviously is a savage. throws bombs too. And, when he's patient, he can be very dangerous. If he falls into his old ways, I think that's um, where Paddy can capitalize. I think they both have to be very, I mean, in every fight, but they both have to be very disciplined and really implement their game plan. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great fight. And you know, I don't know. I'm rooting for Mike. He's my teammate, but you know, uh, I just wanted to, for some reason have like an emergency and pull off the card and I'm right here. I'm like
Uh,
walking around at like 171, 172. I can make weight on a 4 or 5 day, 3 day
you're just
notice.
ready.
So
You're ready. You're ready. You're
I'm
trying to
ready,
speak into
bro. It's
existence.
like I haven't even like since that the fight fell through, I've been just in the gym and training and so we'll see what happens.
And you guys down at Kill Cliff, like you're saying, were you in the
Yeah.
gym for this Kevin Lee incident video?
No, that was the week of my fight week, I think. Or
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
right around then.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean,
Let me ask you this: who's in the wrong there? Kevin Lee for throwing a knee, the guy for throwing a punch, or
I
the guy
mean
for
Kevin.
posting and
Yeah,
posting
yeah.
it?
Kevin definitely held back on the knee. It wasn't like he
Yeah,
threw
yeah.
with intention. But I think it was kind of like just the guy reacting. I don't think he meant to knock Kevin out, like
Shit
or hit
happens in
him
the
like
gym.
that. Like you throw a flying knee and you're coming towards me and you pull it and I throw a punch. Like it's like, how
Yeah,
you gonna get mad at me? The moron was the kid's coach that posted the video.
it's a
Like, oh,
no-no
look at my guy knocking out Kevin Lee. That's fucked up, bro.
because that's
Shit
gonna
happens in shit happens in the gym, dude, and you're not supposed to do post it.
that doesn't make your fighter look good. You know what I mean?
No, it does not make the fighter look good. And um, I mean, everybody could see that Mike held that knee back, and then the guy just cracked him. And the kid's a nice kid. It's not even like he's an asshole. Like,
Shit
I
happens
mean,
in the
like
gym, right?
he's a little wild. Like, I actually don't spar with him because I think he's like kind of stupid. But but he's a nice kid, and I don't think he meant to do that. But the fucking dumbass coach, who is like, from his country, not one of our coaches,
Right.
was like, "Oh, look at my guy!" Like, and it went viral. Unfortunately for Kevin.
Have they been in the gym since, or are they kind of?
No, no, that guy was on the Ultimate Fighter,
Oh,
170,
okay,
the
yeah, yeah.
170 pound. I don't really think it worked out for him. Not that I know of. I don't know if it did or not, but I haven't heard anything. So I would assume it didn't work out for him.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been in the gym, but Kevin's been in the gym. And Kevin's really nice guy, man. Like, um, super cool, super nice, laid back. So
Have you seen
good.
Robbie Lawler this week after the Hall of Fame announcement?
Yeah, yeah, I saw him. Yeah, yeah. He's like the
He
same guy no matter what. Like he could like someone could fucking award him $1 billion and he would just be in the gym
he
like
cried. He cried
he
though.
cried. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like, he's not really like the kind of guy that's super emotional. He's usually just laughing, like making fun of people. Like, look at this guy. This guy sucks, or
Yeah.
just talking shit about everyone. He's always busting my balls, bro. It's like unbelievable. Every time I see him, he's like, God, some sort of dig at me, and I'm like, all right, Robbie. You're.
Hey,
I'm like every fucking day you want to bust my balls, and he's like, yeah, I mean it's just fun and easy, and I'm like, fuck you, dude. And we
you
just laugh. He's a super cool guy.
you shave the beard, take a side by side picture of him. There'd be some memes
I
out of it.
know. I know. He's just a little tanner.
More time in Florida.
Yeah.
Jared, last question, man. Lightweight division, no title right now, but the news or the rumor is Ilia versus Islam. What happens in that one?
I mean, you got to give it on paper. You got to give it to Islam.
Yeah,
He's huge. He's obviously was he pound for pound number one, right? So
him or John Jones, but yeah,
him or John, right, right. So I mean, he's the best 55er in the world right now, and we saw Ilia move up to 55 when he fought Jai Herbert. Granted, that could have just the fight's a fight. Anything can happen in a fight. And I think that he's definitely gotten better since then, Ilia. But I got to give it to Islam, even though I think Ilia can win. And but if I was a betting man and I had no option but to put money down on this fight, I would have to bet on Islam.
you have to.
But I think it's going to be like a minus 120 plus 150 line or something like that. Like not not that far off, like almost a pick 'em fight. You know what I mean?
I guarantee you Islam will be like minus 400. It's just
You
that,
think so?
dude, it's just that Nurmagomedov
People are
Makhachev
going to
love,
be
bro.
betting on Ilia, bro, because they saw what Volkanovski did to Islam the first time. So, I mean, I don't think it's going to be that
Well,
big of a
right
spread.
now, very early odds is minus 280 Islam plus 220 Ilia. So
Yeah, bro.
we'll
I think
see.
it's going to keep. I think it's going to keep evening out, dude.
It
I think
should.
so.
It should, but I don't know.
I
Vegas,
mean,
Vegas
dude,
stuff's
there's a
so
lot
tricky.
of dumb people out there that will bet on Ilia to win. So
It's
they
how
will
it,
just swing the odds because people are dumb, you know?
you're not wrong, bro. And Jared, before I
Yeah.
get you out of here, man, as always, last word, anything for all your fans across the world.
Not really. No, I'm joking.
Thought you were cooking it up, bro.
Um, Always here to offer my help, mental health stuff, addiction. Always hit me up. Jared Flash Gordon on Instagram, J Flash Gordon MMA. A lot of big things I will be announcing in the next few months. So stay tuned. Hopefully, I'm fighting in April. I'm manifesting it against Paddy Pimblett. So stay tuned.
Love it, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, check it out. Jared Gordon, fight news coming soon. You heard it here first. Jared, my man, thank you, brother. Kick some ass, man.
First show. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it.